It's time for another movie-based game, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory for the Game Boy Advance. But are Charlie's dreams of sucking Willie's everlasting balls and fudge packing really worth it? Let's have a little look. Movie games are hit and miss across all consoles. Some are great, some are piss poor, and some just don't follow the movie at all. It can be quite difficult to make a really good game from a movie, and there's lots of evidence to back this up. Maybe I'll cover that one day. In 2005, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was released for the Game Boy Advance. This was to coincide with the movie starring Johnny Depp. Now, I've never seen the film as it doesn't really interest me, but is it a game that's any good? You play as Charlie Bucket, a child from a poor background who dreams of a chance to be inside the magical chocolate factory. With 5 special golden tickets hidden in Wonka bars, Charlie gets his wish by finding one.
Nothing's impossible.
Straight away you get a cutscene with dialogue and some movie stills which don't look all that bad. This gives sections of storyline related to the movie to help people like me who've never watched it. You start off on a basic level in a snowy village theme where you can get to grips with the controls. Your health is displayed in the top left hand corner as sections of chocolate bar. The number next to that is the amount of lives you have remaining. Bonus items you may collect throughout the game will appear next to your lives. Any other items you collect will appear momentarily in the top right hand corner. There are helpful tips written on signs which you can read by pressing the B button. Tips like these are dotted about all through the game, and most of the time it's a case of talking to someone. Once this level is over, it's straight to the chocolate factory where you'll run through a chocolate wonderland collecting various items and avoiding nasty sweet monsters. Again, you'll learn different things like crawling and the ability to jump high with certain collectible items. The scenery looks pretty good here and there's plenty of colour and detail. Things can get tricky with chocolate bridges disappearing and plants that try to eat you. This is just something you'll have to learn to avoid after your first encounter, as they are hard to spot for the first time. Unless you're a tool like me who kept missing them and got caught nearly every time. But how well does Charlie control? Alright, I suppose. There are the odd times where he doesn't jump when you want him to, which has made me fall off a platform quite a few times, making me go all the way back to the start to attempt it again. It's even worse when you collect a sweet that makes you run fast. Quick reactions are essential or you'll end up in the caramel. And in some places he started crawling when I didn't want him to. As you progress, you'll get to control the Oompa Loompas to do little tasks for you in order to advance to the next stage. Pressing the L button will gain control of one of them, who will follow you to wherever you want them to go, like a platform that needs to be pressed down to open a door, or use them to activate a piece of machinery. Handing them a helium balloon will make them float up to a platform above. As you go on through the game, the tasks get longer and harder and you must think a lot more than the previous stages. Launching Oompa Loompas with seesaws and handing them magic beans to make vines grow are among other things you must make them do. There are no boss encounters in this game, just small challenges to help someone in need. Here you must use the machine to remove all the jelly from the child to get them back to normal. The only skill you need is good timing. I was expecting just a normal platform game with this one, but it quickly turns into a puzzle solving game. With some levels taking longer to complete than necessary, this can get boring very quickly. The level design looks quite good to begin with some nice parallax scrolling, but soon veers off as the game progresses. It begins to look like a copy and paste situation and it just gets boring. I do like a puzzle challenge, but when they last for so long it just feels like a chore getting through it. However, the graphics look good and it appears to follow the plot of the film and adapts into its own unique game, but the character controls don't feel tight enough. Too many mistakes can be made by delayed jumping, and this is a fun killer. It's not a terrible game by any means, but it's not something I'd play again due to its painful length of levels.